and I alone stood between our tiny, huddled family and insensate evil.
We're saved! We're saved! It's Ralph the Kid. We fight the bad guys.
And he's carrying old blue. His legendary official Red Rider to shut carbine next week model Elyria.
With a compass!
And this thing which sells time.
Built right into the stop.
Now, don't you folks worry none. I reckon old Blue and I can make short work of these here polecats. What do you figure we're up against here?
Well, Ralph the Kid, we figure it's Black Martin and his desperados.
The Titan has water pistols and big rubber daggers.
Oh, they are, eh?
Yes, sir. Come in by air. The chin's up with little wheels and a friction motor.
I ain't seen the desperado alive and stand up to me once I get him the special cloverleaf side of old Blue. A legendary official Red Rider 200-shot carbine action range model air rifle with a compass and distinguished shell time go right in the stock.
That's what I said.
Reckon I better have a look-see.
Oh no! It's Ralph the Kid!
With old Blue, his legendary official Red Rider 200-shot
carbine action range model air rifle! The compass is bigger than the stop. Built right into the stop. Now this boy runs plus water pistols and big rubber daggers and get old Blue. You win this time, Ralph the Kid. I'm ahead for the border, but I'll be back.
ADO, Smart, but I'm warning you, if you do come back, you'll be finding yourself pushing up daisies on Boot Hill, because these here squatters is under my personal protection. So wherever Ralphie the Kid is, you always find old Blue, his legendary official Red Rider 200-shot carbine action range model air rifle with a compass and this thing which shows time built right to the stock.
How can we be able to pay?
Thank you.
Oh, it's the classic mother BB gun block and shoot your eye out. That deadly phrase said by hundreds of mothers is by no means surmountable kiddom. Immediately, I went into damage control mode and began rebuilding.
I was just kidding. Even though Flick is getting one.
A lie.
I guess maybe I'd like some Lincoln Logs or Tinker Toys. Something educational. Yeah, that'd be swell.
Lincoln Log.
BB guns are dangerous. You'd shoot your eye out.
The boom had been lowered, and I was under it. I thought it best to change the subject and draw attention away from my master plan.
Hey, Dad. Bet you can't guess what I got you for Christmas.
Let's see, is it a new furnace?
That's a good one, Dad.
Careful there, son. You're liable to upset your mom. Never mind.
Done with breakfast, Randy? Uh-huh. Why don't you go wash your hands and get ready for school?
No one can win this contest. These questions are impossible.
Like what?
The voice of Snow White
And
the...
Adrian Castellati. Time to put on your jacket, Ralphie. Don't want to be late for school. I thought you said you'd start the new car.
My parents always referred to each used car as new because to them it was.
What?
The new car? I thought you said you'd started it.
I did. It should be nice and toasty by now. She's got a good heater in her.
Like the youngest kid in the family who always wore hand-me-down clothes, the old man always drove hand-me-down cars. It was partially economics and partially the old man's pioneer spirit. Anyone could buy a new car. It took a brave man to buy one with a shady past.
It's not running.
What? Well, I'll be a dad.
Preparing for school during an Indiana winter was like getting ready for an extended deep-sea diving trip. Every neighborhood had them. The lines were clearly drawn, like a kid caste system. You were either a bully, a toady, or one of the nameless rabble of victims. The bully of legend and home in Indiana was Scott Farkas. Scott Farkas, what a rotten name. What kind of parents would name their kid Scott? Still, I have to admit, the name fit him. He was a wiry, malevolent, sniveling, snidely bully. His lips curled cruelly over green teeth, and he had yellow eyes. So help me God, yellow eyes! Every kid I knew was afraid of Scott Farkas. If he acted friendly toward you, so much as a hi to you, you dared to feel safe and warm inside, but mostly he just hit you in the mouth. Randy lay there like a slug. It was his only defense. At one time or another, Farkas treated every kid in the class to a good, brisk, tendon-snapping arm twist. He gave us his refresher course on a rotating basis. We figured he kept a list and checked us off in turn, but Flick caught it from Farkas more often than any of the rest of us.
Stop, it's sore.
Flick's arm was always sore. There was never enough healing time between sessions with Farkas. Fortunately, Flick was left-handed.
See, I'm a dirty little chicken!
I'm a dirty little
See what I mean about Punjab? Whoosh. Fully problem solved.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
At recess, a select group of us always gathered around a lamppost in the corner of a playground to discuss the deep philosophers and share information based on the latest research.
All right, then. If you don't believe me, I double dare you.
The exact exchange and nuance of wording in this phase of the dare ritual is very important.
So you're saying if I stick my tongue to this pole, it'll stick?
Yeah.
That's stupid. That wouldn't happen.
Then go ahead. Prove I'm wrong.
Go ahead, Flick.
Heck no.
That's because your nose will stick.
Would not.
Would too.
Not.
All right, then. I double dog dare you.
Ooh, this was getting serious. A double dog dare. There is nothing left but a triple dare you. And finally, the coup de grace of all dares. The sinister triple dog dare.
I triple dog dare you.
Ooh. Schwartz created a slight breach of etiquette by skipping the triple dare and going right for the throat.
Okay, fine, I'll do it.
Do it, Flick.
Go on, smarty pants. Do it.
Well,
Do it.
There was no going back now. Flick's spine stiffened, his lips curled in a defiant sneer. His tongue went into talking mode as he moved towards consummation.
Wait.
The bell rang.
We lived by the bell. It told us when to come in, when to go to recess, and when to go home. It was the voice of God and could not be denied.
The bell rang.
Now, Helen, where were we before recess? Nora does not want to be a Dalek, and she tells Helmer. He promises to change, but she says that will take a miracle, and she doesn't believe in miracles anymore. At the end, Helmer realizes how empty...
Flick who?
He was here before recess. For the last time now, I'm asking, has anyone seen Flick? Yes, Esther Jane? You all stay right here.
Flick drew.
Hello, Ralph.
Hi.
Oh my goodness!
Flick drew quite a crowd. First Miss Shields, then the principal, the fire department, and finally 2 police cars. Somebody even called the power company. They all stood around discussing theories. Finally, somebody stepped forward, grabbed Flick, and pulled. Oh, freedom had its price.
Now, I know some of you would flick up to this. Unfortunately, he refuses to say who. However, those who didn't know their blame. And I'm sure the guilt they feel is far worse than any punishment they might receive. Now, whoever you are, don't you feel terrible? Don't you feel remorse for what you've done? Well, that's all I'm going to say. Flick,
Wow.
you're welcome. You may take your seat.